Okay, continuing right off with this. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. Oh god, I wouldn't have guessed all that, personally, but... what? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right, it's... No. Yes, just... It was Edgeworth. I admit. I was wrong the entire time, I'm sorry. Or is, I don't know, conceding to the uncle guy who we don't know the name of being the murderer. Because it wouldn't have been Lana. And we're clearing Phoenix's name, so I have to go with I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know. Bah, again you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. Ah, see, okay, so he was going with the thinking that Uncle did it. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of the crime was not in the boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? Show the judge where the murder likely took place. Oh. Okay. Okay. So, if it didn't take place in the boat... Ooh, let's think for a minute, If it didn't take place in the boat... So, probably didn't happen back here. It could have happened here, though. Could have happened... Not there. Not in Lada. No, it was nowhere near Lada. I don't think it would be anywhere near Lada. Oh god, I'm kind of blind on this. Okay, so if I think about this, the gunshot was near enough to Larry while he was on the boat. So it had to be somewhere around. Okay, so Larry would be around here, and Lana took the picture around here. So Larry was on the boat around here, on the lake somewhere. Just kind of go through this area. So the gunshot had to happen somewhere along here. So maybe it happened in his own boat shop. That's what I'm thinking. Or on one of the boat. I hope. I'm gonna say boat shop because he didn't see any boat on the lake. Yeah, I'll just say boat shop. Alright, let's get that on there. Boat shop. Here, of course, the boat shop, where he lives. That way he can meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. Oh, thank you, Larry actually did something useful. Oh, so he was around that area too. I was right. Okay. That night, he was out on the lake in the boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns to the boat. Just as he's starting to head for home, he hears the gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And there, where would it be if he had just returned the boat? The boat shop. Mr. Wright, What happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was all around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? Oh. It still couldn't have been Edgeworth who used the pistol. Because Edgeworth's prints prove against that, and Edgeworth didn't shoot anyone. Why would Edgeworth shoot? Of course it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't need to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. Probably to create a witness. It was point blank. He couldn't have just missed. I see. Okay, so he was setting Edgeworth up. Kind of like with the whole spear thing in the Steel Samurai case. To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot to ensure that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first shot. And next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic cameras, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put on Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Everybody's mind just got blown. Bailiff! Bring out the witness before from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I'd like to ask the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said. Yes. Well? Why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him. And I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. December 27th, 1:22 p.m. District Court, Defendant's Lobby. Number 2. Larry actually saved us for once, though, there. Yay, Nick, you did it. Yeah, well, at least we got to, out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to say about it with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on a trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. What's with that look, Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little bit. Right, please? I'm sorry. But I fear it's not over for me. Yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No. There's so little time left. I want to tell you. To get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed. A memory of a murder. To be continued. And then that was quite a trial. Save clear stage out up to this point. Yes, please. December 27th, 2:11 p.m. Wright and Co. Law Offices. Well, before I continue with this, I shall pause